Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's time again. It's the monthly theme going on here. It's time for our monthly palette, our build your own palette, and this one is for May. And I'm very happy with this because it's very like entering into summery, colours getting brighter, things getting warmer kind of. It's actually really warm in my house right now even though I'm filming this in April. And it's only 10 degrees outside Celsius, but it's very warm in my room. I'm sweating. It feels like it's the summer, but it's not. This, however, is my palette, and this will give you the warm kind of vibes as well. So for this palette, I wanted it to be, I'm going to pop up swatches as I'm talking as well. I wanted it to be like summer leaning tropical, but not quite as bright as tropical. Kind of softer versions of the tropical shades. So the teals, there is a hot pink, but like peach orange, but very soft orange, and like kind of duochrome multi-chromes as always, and just a nice variation instead of doing like a 2-color scheme, which I kind of done for every other palette really. I wanted a 3-color scheme, so I've got the peachy orange, the pink, and the teal going on here. Let us go through all the colors. I did have to kind of pick and choose, and like I took a bit longer with this one just to make sure the colors were right for this one. So first up we've got Makeup Geek. I'm Peachless. This is like a peachy sort of duochrome. I have out my inner corner in here. It's like a really strong peach when it hits the light in a duochrome. Next up in the middle we have got Terra Moons, and this shade is Terra Sphere. So this is like a really strong hot corally pink, and it has this like beautiful gold sheen through it. Kind of has a little bit of like almost like a green when it hits some lights as well, which I think is going to go really well with the colours in this palette, especially for the next look that I have planned out to use that one. Then the hot pink is what I kept swapping out a little bit. I kind of was going more for like red orange coral, that kind of shade, but I was like, no, I want pink. I want that bright element of pink. So this is Sandbar from Colourpop, and she's just a really bright neon pink. I have that on me now as well. Then we've got another Terra Moons. This is Atlas, and this one is like white, but it reflects different shades. So it's got like this gorgeous teal, and it kind of in some lights has a little bit of pink and a little bit more blue. It just depends on what way it hits the light. I do also have this on my eye as well, which you'll see in the tutorial. But yeah, she's beautiful. Next up is an Inglot shade, because I keep putting Inglot shades in all these, and that's actually why it's in this MAC palette that I have here, because I put 2 Inglot shades in because they were like the perfect shades that I wanted for this palette, but they didn't fit in my little Z palette all together with everything else. So I had to move all my shadows that I had in this palette out and use this one because it's a little bit bigger. So this one is 345. This one is more like a minty teal aqua sort of shade. It's a matte finish, just really nice to kind of blend through the crease. I have it on now as well. Next up then we've got Glaminatrix Breeze, which is a soft coral, soft peach sort of shade. And I wanted this because I knew it would blend really well with the pink. It'll blend with the orange. You can kind of do a few things with that one. Next up down here we've got a gorgeous, it kind of matches the matte sequin teal that I have here, but I don't have this on me right now. This one's going to be in my second look. This one is Gridlock. It's from Colourpop. It's a gorgeous rich teal, almost emerald but not quite as green as emerald. It's that gorgeous teal shimmer, which I really wanted for like a teal smoky eye with a pop of something else, which is going to be probably what my second look is going to be. Then here I have, it basically looks like the same shade. This is a sequin shade from Inglot, which basically means that it's a matte with a sparkle throughout it. You can't really see the sparkle too much unless you have a very sticky base and really pack it on, but when you start blending it starts to dust away all the sparkle. This one is 504, and I needed that kind of deeper teal to kind of help with this, and I have it on me now as well. It's beautiful. It actually works really well. And then last one here we have got another Colourpop. This is Best Coast Scenario, and this is like orange peach. It's kind of like very soft muted orange. Gorgeous shade. I have this on now as well. I have a lot of the shades on in this look, but this one here I really needed in this palette to kind of add that warm, slightly more tropical sort of element, especially against that teal shade. I think it looks beautiful. That is all the shades. That's everything that I picked for this palette and the reasons why I picked them. This is the vibe we're going with for this month and what's going to be posted on my Instagram and everything like that. So I'm very excited. I hope you're all excited as well. I hope you pull out some of your shades that are like this and start doing matchy looks, recreate my looks. If you do, tag me. If you pull out these shades and do something different with it, with like a similar palette, I'd love to see that as well for more ideas. It really inspires me to see other people using the same colour story in different ways. So yeah, tag me. I always want to know if you recreate any of my palettes or recreate any of my looks. Tag me down below or on Instagram, wherever you do post, whatever it is. Just before we get into the actual tutorials for this look, my Instagram is linked down below where I post all my up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see all the other monthly palettes that I already have up and are going to come soon. Very excited. Next month is my birthday month, so it's my palette. I don't know what I'm doing for you, but it's my palette. So without further ado, let us get into the first look using our May palette. Alrighty guys, so this is our beautiful May palette. We're going to do a very fun and bright look. I'm going to definitely play with the teal. So I'm going to basically do an all matte look and then pop one of the shimmers over top of everything. So I'm going to do teal on the outer part, pink in the middle, and then the orange on the inner part all over the lid and blend it up into the crease. Same on the lower lash line. And then use this shade here, I think it's Atlas, if I can remember off the top of my head, from Terra Moons, and just tap it over top of everything to give it a nice glisten over each colour. I think that's going to be fun. I think it's going to be very summery, really nice. I'm excited. My skin is on, my brows are on, and my eyeshadow primer is on, which will all be listed down below, so you can go check that out. I've also got my bronzer and my blush on, which I'll go through towards the end of this look. So to start, we're going to take the shade 504 from Inglot, and we're going to pack that on the lid on the outer part of the eye. And I'm taking that on a 239, is it 239? Yeah, 239 from MAC. Just a flat brush because I want to pack this on the outer third of the lid and just start to bring it up a little bit past the crease, just a small bit, nothing crazy, because I'm going to blend it with the lighter teal shade. Okay, now I'm going to take the shade 345 from Inglot, and on a Beauty Bay BB203 brush, big fluffy brush like this, we're going to blend out that teal shade. So just to soften out the edges. Now the darker teal that I just used before this one is more of a sequin shade, which I don't mind in this case because I'm going to be putting a shimmer on top of it anyway on the lid, so it doesn't make much difference to me. But this one that I'm using is completely matte. I'm not dragging this through the crease, I'm just blending out all the edges of that teal. Okay, so now on another 239 from MAC, I'm just taking the shade Sandbar. This super bright pink here from Colourpop. Forgot there for a second what it was. My brain is not working today at all. Keep forgetting everything. But this is going to be packed just down the middle, on the middle third of the lid. Now depending on the tone of your teal, depending how green it is, it may not blend as well into the pink, because if there's a lot of green in it and pink will have red in it, green and red don't mix. But if we're putting a shimmer over top of them, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I'm just leaving that little gap in the middle here. And now with that on, I'm going to take the shade Breeze from Glaminatrix. It's peachier here than it is actually on camera. It looks a lot more washed out on camera, but it is more like a peachy pink. I'm just taking a little bit of that to blend that pink out, but I'm also going to use it to blend out the orange as well. I just need something sort of in between the two that will blend them out. But with blending out with the pink right now, it's going to lean more pink. I'm just doing exactly what I've done with the green. I'm just blending that out. Don't worry about this line here. I'm not that worried. I may just add a bit more green to make it blend a bit more. And I'm using that Glaminatrix shade Breeze on. This is just a brush from the Glamlight and Friday 13th collection, I think it is. Yes, pretty sure it is. This is definitely a trust the process sort of look. Definitely. So now I'm just going to take another small little flat brush. This I just got off eBay. Very small little brush. And I'm going to take the shade Best Coast Scenario from Colourpop, this one here. So this is like a soft peach sort of orange. It's not as orange as like Bratty or Tiki even. This is more like peachy, and that is just going on that inner part in here. Now this is going to blend very easy with the pink, because the orange will have red and the pink has red in it. They'll blend very well together. I'm going to bring that up just past the crease as well. I want all the colours to be seen above the crease, and you can use a little bit of that Breeze shade if you want to blend out the edges. I think it's actually blending quite well into my skin, so I'm not too worried about it. All I'm going to do for the bottom is repeat the process. We're going to start with the darker teal, blend it out with the lighter teal, the pink in the middle, blend it out with that lighter Breeze pink, and then the peach on the inside and blend that out as well. I'm just going to go through this myself because it's the exact same process. It's just on the lower lash line. The only thing I'll say is just remember to connect on your outer corner, and I'm just using the same flat brushes but just the very tip of them as well, and I'm just going to bring them in as much as they are on top, and then it's just a little bit of that pink in the center, I don't know why, but on the lower lash, everything blends easier. Just quicker to blend. I think it's just because it's a small area. And then lastly, taking Best Coast Scenario on the inner part in here, just overlap a little with the pink. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Atlas from Terra Moons, which kind of has like a teal shift to it. It has a slightest little bit of pink in it as well. And I'm just like, I just tapped my finger and I didn't rub. We just tapped. I'm even going to like scrape a little bit of that off because that's like even a little bit too much. Not using glitter primer. We are just going to press this over just for a twinkle. A little bit of a wet look over the eye. So you should still be able to see the colours underneath, but with a twinkle on top. And I want it to be that kind of scattered looking, diffused sparkle all over the eye, just for that wet look. So now we're going to take the shade I'm Peachless from Makeup Geek, and this one is kind of like a peach duochrome, like a golden peach duochrome, and I'm just going to take that on this another brush from the Glam Light and Friday 13th collection, just a really small little flat brush, and that is going to be our inner corner highlight, just to blend in with that orangey peach that's on the inner part of the eye anyway. Okay, I am so happy with how this turned out so far, so I'm going to finish off the eyes. I feel like a mermaid fairy, and I don't know why. But I'm going to finish off the eyes, I'm going to finish off the cheeks, pop on a nice lip. Maybe pink lip. I don't know. I'll decide as I go, and I'll come back and let you know what I used on the rest of my face. Alrighty guys, so this is how I finish off the look. I'm very happy with this, and I did do a pinky kind of corally lip, and it's bright, and I really like it. So let me go through everything that I used on my face. So to finish off the eyes, I just went in with waterline liners. Multiple. So these are all from Odin's Eye. These are the Solmon gel liners in the shade 004, which is the mint shade. We have 001, which is, so 001 is papaya, and 002 is orange, but it's like a soft orange. So I popped all those in the corresponding sections of my lower lash line, my waterline, not my lower lash line. My mascara then is my Botanic Beauty Nourishing Mascara. This is an awful mascara. I use it again. It literally, there's nothing going on my lashes. Like I've done about 3 coats of it and then went in with another mascara on top of it because I couldn't deal with it. So it's gotta go. This, I just do not like this. It does nothing for me. My lashes then are the House of Lashes Stella Lux, which are, I think it's the first time I've worn these. Super choppy and like fluttery and just like a little bit crazy, but kind of nice. I don't know. I really like how they look. And then on the eyes, just I added a couple of little rhinestones, because why not? These are the Suva Beauty Tiny Treasures, I think this little set is called, and they're just the little rhinestones, the coloured rhinestones in the middle. I just picked a couple of like peach, pink, and there was a really dark blue, but no teal. So I went in with one that had like a teal iridescence off it. So just done a little bit of that on the corners. For cheeks then, I went in with my Nabla, because I haven't used this in a little while, my Nabla Skin Bronzing Powder in Ambra, just to warm up my face because it's a bit more golden, and because it's getting into the summer I want some a little bit more golden toned. For blush then, again kind of tying in with that pinky and peachy and corally sort of vibe, I went in with my Clinique Melon Pop Blush Pop, just to give my cheeks a little bit of colour and tie in with that kind of peachy shade on the lid. And then for highlight, I want to tie in more with the teal-ish, well, more this kind of sparkle that I popped on top of everything, the Atlas shade, because it has more of a blue sparkle to it. This is my Kaleidos Space Age highlighter in Skywalker. This one here has like that kind of bluey sort of shift to it, and I popped that on my cheeks and down my nose. And then for lips, little combo going on here. So I went in with my MAC lip pencil in Soar, just lined my lips. It's a little bit more like deeper rosy neutral, but I kind of wanted that just for a little bit of definition, because this kind of lipstick can go very out of hand. So I went in with my KVD Beauty. This is the Studded Kiss lipstick in Ziggy, and it's basically this color. So she's bright, and I popped that all over the lip and kind of blended it into the liner. And then just pop a bit more pink into it, I went in with my MAC lip gloss, and this is the Viva Glam Miley Cyrus. It's out years. It's just a pinky sparkly gloss. Clear gloss would do, or anything that has a kind of pinky sort of sparkle in it will work on top. This is my May palette. I'm very happy with how this turned out. I did have to pick and choose a few shades. Like, go in and like, I had a different shade instead of this bright pink in there. I had more of like a reddish corally sort of shade, but I wanted the pink element especially for this color. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. I'm really like how these colors turned out. I knew it was going to be a trusted process, especially with that pink to green sort of blend, but it worked out in the end. So yeah, very happy with how this look turned out. So let's get into look number 2. Okay, let's get into look number 2 using our gorgeous May palette. Oh, she's a bit all over the place because I was doing my swatches. But we're going to do a little bit more teal again, but we're going to use this multi-chrome, duochrome kind of thing here, iridescent. I don't know what it is. This beautiful shade here from Terra Moons. I'm probably going to do maybe like this on the inner corner, this on the lid, maybe a half cut crease as well. It's been a little while since I've done a proper half cut crease. And the teals on the crease and everything like that. I think that's going to be pretty. It's going to be different enough from the first look, but I'm going to be happy with it. I think so. My skin is on, my brows are on, my eyeshadow primer is on, which will all be listed down below if you want to go check out what I use there. And then I will let you know what's on my cheeks towards the end of the look. Okay, we're going to start with the shade from Inglot 504. This one here, our darker teal. It is not going to be like a super deep look because that teal is more like your kind of mid-level teal, and then the light one is obviously to blend. So it's not going to be like super deep and smoky and all that kind of stuff. You can always add a darker teal in for that. But I'm taking that shade on a BB204 brush. And I'm just going to pop this on the outer corner. This is like a smaller fluffy brush just for a little bit of control. And just slowly build this up. The Inglot shades do need a little bit more love and attention to build and get the opacity the way you want it to. But I'm bringing that the whole way through the crease. That way when we cut the crease in here, we have a bit of definition as well. Okay, I'm just going to take that same teal shade from Inglot and just run that along my lower lash line. This is just with a 214 brush from MAC. Just a small little stubby, smudgy brush. And we're just going to run that all along my lower lash. Not sure if I want to add the pink shimmer on the inner part of my lower lash. So I'm just going to leave a very small gap on that inner part. Okay, now I'm taking the shade 345, just a light teal, light aqua sort of shade. And this is just on a Beauty Bay 203 brush, which is just a bigger fluffy brush, and we're going to use this shade to blend the whole way around the edges of this. Now the Inglot shades are great for blending because they are so soft and you just get a really beautiful soft built up blend. It's gorgeous. Then I'm taking a Blend Bunny B1 brush, which is like one of the bigger brushes from that set, and taking that same shade just because it's a smaller blending brush. I can be a little bit more precise and just use that to soften out this lower lash. The same way we have on top. Make sure your blend matches all the way around. Okay, now for the fun part, we're going to take our Too Faced Glitter Insurance, which I just found out is actually discontinued. I've had this so long though. That's how long, it just goes to show how long I've had this. And I still have about, I would say, a third of the tube left as well. But if you can't get this, just go for the NYX one. The NYX one is fine. It's just as good, if not they're the exact same. I use the NYX one probably more, because I always just grab that one. I don't know why. Plus it's cheaper as well. But we're going to create our cut crease with this shade, and I'm taking this on a Cash Beauty K09 brush, just their super flat brush. We're just going to run this all along the edge, putting down a bit of pressure, and I like to go a little bit above my natural crease so not get any transfer. But putting the little bit of pressure down while you have the glitter primer on your brush kind of takes away the product and gives you that sharp line. I'm not a huge fan of doing the concealer method and all that kind of stuff because I find like the concealer or the P. Louise base or whatever it is, it just makes the texture of the shimmers go funny, where this keeps it more true to what they are. But just making sure you've got a little bit of that primer on the actual, don't worry about like any green in here because I'm going to put teal there anyway. But make sure the glitter primer is all over the lid so your shimmers stick to that nicely as well. Okay, so now that I have that on, the lid's a bit messy, but I'm going to cover it now anyway with some shimmers. I'm going to take Gridlock from Colourpop, and this is going to go on the outer part of that lid. Using the same brush, I just wiped off a little bit of the glitter primer. I don't think I've ever actually used this shade, but it's actually stunning. Like, it's the same base tone as what the dark matte teal is there, but just has this gorgeous blue shift. This is why I do this series, because I rediscover shadows that I hardly ever use because I always gravitate towards pre-made palettes. It's like a lagoon. It's like a little lagoon on my eyes. I love it. Okay, now we're going to take the shade Terrasphere, which is gorgeous coral. It's like a hot pink in some light, then it's a coral, then it's a gold, then it's a green. I don't know how they do it. It's magical. I'm taking that shade on a BB207 brush, which is like a flat brush like this. It's not as precise as the other brush, but it will do the job for in here. Because I just want this on this inner part. I kind of put the teal quite a bit along the lid, but I'm going to overlap with this shade anyway. Make sure it goes right up to the edge of that cut crease. And then just taking a small little bit more and start overlapping that with the teal, just to get some sort of a nice blend going on here. I don't really mind how far across the teal the pink goes. I don't mind it going like about halfway across, because it'll just give us more of that interesting blend. That is so pretty, so sparkly. The base color in this is so beautiful. I'm gonna take a small little bit more on the tip of that brush, and we're just going to pop this on the inner part in here just to match. I don't know why, I just kind of want more of that pink in the look, and I think that will do the trick. Okay, this is quite a simple look, not too fussy. That's kind of all I'm going to take now is the shade Atlas, this beautiful shade which we used in the first look, all over the eye, but this is going to be my inner corner. I was going to do the peachy shade, but I thought then it would really look like the first look, so I'm going to pop this on the inner corner, and that'll kind of tie in more of that teal blue sort of shade. That is all. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to finish off my face. I may add a nice sparkly glitter. I might do. I don't know where, but I might. I'll see how I feel. Maybe a little sparkle here and there. And I will finish off my lip and everything like that, and I'll let you know what I use when I come back. Alrighty guys, so this is how I finish off the look. As I'm kind of doing it, I kind of still feel like it's very similar to the first look, but it's definitely different. Obviously I've done the shades differently. I added 2 more shades that I did differently, but then I added the glitter, so now it looks kind of different. So, and a different lip. So I mean, for me they're different enough, but probably should have done it a different way now that I think about it. But anyway, I still love how it turned out. Let me go through everything that I used to finish off this look. So to finish off the eyes, I went in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Deep End, which is like a beautiful teal, ocean teal. Pop that all along my waterline, which I think contrasts really well with the pink that's on my lower lash line as well. My mascara, then I went back to my Soap and Glory Thick and Fast mascara, because I just couldn't deal with that Botanic Beauty mascara anymore. I tried it again and nothing happened. It's not dry, I checked. I'll just put it on and it literally just looks like black on my own lashes. It doesn't actually do anything to them, doesn't help them do anything. So that's for the bin. I can't use it. My false lashes then are the House of Lashes Siren Flares. So they're like the sirens, which are like kind of those cluster ones, but they have a flare, they kind of wing out on the outside, which I thought would be very nice to give a nice shape to the eye. And then the glitter that I added, because I just knew I wanted to add something else to this look as well. So I went in with my Apocalyptic Beauty Fantasy, which with a PH, Fantasy glitter, which kind of has like stars and hexes and like smaller glitters, and it's like teal and purple, kind of iridescent kind of vibes, which I thought would be quite pretty. It's more pink on the stars than it is purple, so that's why I think it matches with this look quite well. So it's popped a little bit under here and up here, just for a little bit of extra dazzle to the look. Onto cheeks then, I went in with my Juvia's Place cream bronzer in the shade Buttercream, this beauty here, and just contoured up my face with that. Onto my cheeks then, I wanted something that kind of had that coralliness to kind of match in with that pinky corally shade, so I went in with my NYX Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint Blush Mousse in the shade Coralicious, and I just popped that all over my cheeks and blended it in. And then for highlight, again, like I said earlier, I have like a pinky sort of highlight on, which ties in with the pink on the lid, because my inner corner matches the blue on the lid, or the teal on the lid, so kind of matching in opposite ways. So I went in with my Unearthly Cosmetics Low Lights highlighter in the shade Spellbinding, which just reflects this gorgeous pink and red sort of sheen to a little bit of gold, which I think ties in with the coral really nice. Then onto lips, I went in with my MAC lip pencil in Whirl, just for like a nice neutral base and shape to the lips. And then I went in with my MAC lipstick in Creme Cup, which is like a soft pink. I like a pinky tone with teal. I think it looks really nice. And then I used this for the first time. This is I'm pretty sure it's a Bella Beauty Bar, I think. This is the Lip Dewy Gloss in the shade Funhouse, which is like super iridescent. It's kind of got green and pink and gold and teal and all different colours here. The only thing I'll say though is I think this will actually look better with no lipstick on. If I had just done the liner and this, I think it would have looked like really stood out. It gives you a really nice gloss, kind of has like a minty sort of feel to it. Feels really nice, but I just think it kind of, the glitters kind of just melted into the lipstick and got covered up so you can't really see them. So I think next time I wear it, I'm going to just do it with like a liner and the gloss. It'll be very intense, it's very strong, but I think it'll look really nice like that. Okay, that is everything that's on my face, and that is our second look using the beautiful May palette. This beauty right here. I really enjoy this palette. I kind of was thinking, like, once I done my April palette, I was like, okay, now what? April is the one I was trying to get to because I knew exactly what colour scheme I wanted for that. Then I got to May and I was like, what do I want to do for May? I didn't really have an idea in mind. So I was kind of like sitting and thinking, and I was like, I don't want to go full tropical, but I want to lean into summer. So let's ease our way into summer. And this is the kind of colour scheme I had in mind. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. I definitely enjoy this palette so much. I think it looks really nice. You still have a bit of contrast with the pinks and the teals. The little pops of peach. It's kind of can lean a bit neutral as well if you wanted it to. But I love this colour story. I think it's so, so pretty. I still think April is my favourite so far though. I don't know if I've beaten that one just yet. But who knows, June is coming up and that's my birthday month and that's just going to be my month. My palette, that's the theme, is Karla's palette. So I want to know down in the comments below, what is your favourite look using this palette? I don't really know. I really like how this one turned out. I still kind of love the first one though. I love the kind of 3 different colours and just the sparkle over top of it. I think it looks really pretty. But I do really like this. It's a little bit more intense. It's a little bit deeper, a little bit smokier. And the glitter, I love it. So let me know what was your favourite down below. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support, get me around to more people, and also let me know that you liked the video and I'll continue to do many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see many more videos coming up. We've got more monthly videos and the next one is going to be June. Very happy about that one. I still don't know what I'm doing. I know like 3 colours that's going into it. That is all. And also I will be having more declutters and chatty videos and 2 looks on palettes and first impressions of palettes and things like that. Definitely coming soon. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below where I post all my up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content. So I think that's everything for me guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.